Alright, I feel like we are gonna see all hell break loose here. What is the fallout gonna be? We'll find out. Oh wow. Yeah, they killed the kid and not the spider. I'm still not over it, I'll be honest with you. Wow. Yeah. Very practiced now, isn't it? This little process that they have. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. Jesse is not going to do well from this. I mean, it's been a while since we've got a little bit of a moment from his perspective mentally. He left Andrea, right? We don't really know how he was doing with that. But I feel like he was doing okay. Better, at least, you know, stable. But now... Man, the way that the show is lingering on this process now. By the way, note that Jesse's not here. The show's making you feel it and what they're doing. It's showing you them doing this to the bike, and it is almost more grotesque because you as the audience know that that isn't just, it's not just the bike they're going to have to do that to, but it's a way that the show can kind of get around that and show you that. It's showing you painstakingly what they're going to have to do to the kid. Really just punches home the tragedy of it and the horrible way that this went. Yeah, there it is. Second barrel. Oh, wow, we're starting heavy. We're starting heavy. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you feeling, mate? Is this Todd? That is the last person. Why? Oh, he's gonna ask for a light. This is awkward. This is very awkward. I'm usually sat here like, get along, just get along, everyone get on, but I'm like, nah, not this time.
And tell me the stuff smells like cat.
Wow, and he's making light of it. That was not a good move, dude. I get it, trying to make light of a dark moment, and I get that he's not aware of all the you know, all of this emotional turmoil. This
Happens, huh?
Oh. Yeah. That's a little too light. That, mate. Hello and welcome to Breaking Bad Friday, the show that happens every single Friday with me, your host Tyler Alexander. Yes, no breathing for me. Thank you for being here. This is episode 6 buyout, so let's see the after effects of last episode. What a cliffhanger. Spontaneous something goes incoming at some point. Right now, it's right now. Let me go check.
I'm sorry, but I had to do it.
Dude. Okay, just back away.
I didn't see any other choice, and I've been thinking about this all day, going over and over it.
Yeah, but the point, mate, and I can absolutely understand why he's saying that. But the point is that you are taking it very lightly. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing, I suppose, isn't it? It's like, you know, you can accept something from someone, but you need to see like a requisite amount of remorse. And I feel like he's not showing it. Do you know what I mean? So he's making it harder. If Todd had shown a little bit of remorse, upset, pain, maybe there was an in there for Jesse to process this, but...
Well, it's not like I wanted to.
Yeah, but make us feel it, mate.
Able to catch him.
I think Walt's on his side.
He didn't know what he'd seen.
The whole point of this thing.
Walt looking at Jesse like, are you a problem? No?
I make a mistake, Mr. White.
Yeah, he sees Mr. White as the boss. He absolutely does.
You gotta believe that.
I mean, look, in this world of darkness, this world of criminality, this world of making drugs and killing people and all this stuff, like... Todd fits in, right? Like, you know, in that world, if I was a part of this world and I was this criminal, you know, and I just kill people willy-nilly, to a certain extent, you'd be like, yeah, you did a good job, mate, well done. You know what I mean? And now I guess we see the question answered, how far gone is Walt? And again, we're getting him compared to Gus. I think we got a little bit of that last episode. I think we're getting a bit more this episode because obviously Gus was fine killing kids. You know what I mean? I think if he could avoid it, he avoided it. And we're getting Walt compared to Gus in that way. And now we find out if Walt is going to be okay with it.
Okay, look.
What you got to say, big man?
Why don't you step outside for a few minutes so we can talk this through?
I honestly think Walt's okay with it. But I think that look to Jesse was like gauging where Jesse was and realising that if he didn't chew Todd out at this point, he's got a problem with Jesse. Do you know what I mean? Jesse's going to come at Walt. And he knows that. Walt knows that. Walt absolutely knows the repercussions of getting on Todd's side and saying, well done, kid. I think he wants to say, well done, kid. But that little look was noticing that that he couldn't do that. He couldn't. Right. So the one person in this room that he respects and likes, Jesse, the one ally he's got in his life, essentially, kind of at this point, Jesse, right? I think he's going to smooth this over and he's going to talk to Todd and he's going to be like, well done, kid. You did well.
What, John?
Let's just stick to the facts here.
Yeah, see, he's already pulling it back a little bit from Jesse.
A kid that he didn't need to shoot.
The boy had seen us.
There you go. Already making excuses.
What if he told somebody what What if he...
Yeah, he's just floating it by Jesse. Just trying to...
Is that how we do business now?
I think so, mate, yeah.
Didn't worry me then. He's just flexing.
And this is the thing. Walt and Mike, they're kind of on the same page here. They're both at the level that it's like, just get the job done. We wouldn't have necessarily chosen the same thing that Todd did, but the fact that he did what he did, I've mentioned it before. Jesse's kind of the only good guy in the room that hasn't quite got to that level. I don't know if he ever will. I hope he doesn't. Do you know what I mean? I kind of like that he is the sliver of good, the sliver of moral good, still in this makeup here.
It seems to me that we have three options here, and none of which are ideal. We fire Todd. I'm not a fan of this option, seeing that he knows way too much about this business.
That is true, though. Yeah, fair.
We'd most likely have to pay him to keep quiet.
And then there's no guarantee that he would.
2,
We kill him. Or is that 3? That might be 3.
we dispose of him,
Okay, no, that's 2. What's 3?
which leaves us option 3. We
All right.
keep him on payroll,
And keep him away from Jesse.
under our control.
Yeah.
Option 3 would be my choice.
And he's presented it in a way that doesn't sunder his relationship with Jesse. You know, he's very, very good, isn't he?
3, kid.
Yeah, Mike's on his side as well, which is big. I wonder if we'll get a little private talk between Walt and Todd.
You guys totally made it right.
Nice, yeah.
Next time you bring a gun to a job.
And that's the thing he's concerned about. Fair play, hey, that's his job.
Understand?
Nice. Nice. Bad cop and then Walt, good cop, maybe? I don't know. And the thing is, I haven't talked about it, but I honestly think... Oh my god, no. Oh, I've forgotten what I was about to say. No! Who kept the spider? Why keep the spider? Well, he kept the spider, obviously, Tyler. I'm scrambled. My brain is scrambled. I saw a spider, my brain just went... Blah. No, I was going to say, I honestly think the kid would have just gone off and he wouldn't have said anything. You know what I mean? He just wouldn't have said, because this is the thing. The plan was so good, they would never have found it out. That was the point. If they ever did find out, they would blame someone else. No one's asking questions. No one is going to talk to that kid and be like, huh. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't need to kill the kid. I don't think he needed to kill the kid at all. Oh, come on, just. It makes sense that he'd like spiders. He likes it, doesn't he? I don't like Todd. Todd is not good by me, mate. He's not good by me at all. What a villain. Hey, new cop on the job. Hello, hello. Nice to see Gomez got a bit of a promotion too. Of course he knows. Is he going to let him know that he knows they're there? Yeah, he absolutely is. What are we thinking? Did he have time to draw a middle finger? Not a good one, I feel. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's, well, no, actually, that's unfair. I don't know. He might be an amazing artist. I don't know. That works too.
I need them to be safe.
I still think Skylar's killing Walt at some point, you know. I just... that would be poetic beauty, I will be honest with you.
Safe from...
Eh? I mean, this is the thing though. Last episode, she literally was like, I'll be whatever you want me to be if you make this promise. And as far as I'm concerned, he's kind of keeping to that. So I'm like, nah, which side does she go to? Does she get on board? Does she... Or maybe that was a ploy. Maybe that was a ploy from Skylar. You know what I mean? I'll be what you want to be, and in secret, maybe later on she works against him.
There are things you just don't know, that if you knew, you'd never speak to me again.
Ooh, she's been obviously cagey, but more honest than I'd think she would have been. And I wonder how much of this Marie's going to tell Hank.
Skylar, you have to forgive yourself for Ted. What?
Oh, she's going to find out that that's... Because she didn't know. Of course she didn't know. Skylar. Yeah, there it is.
Well,
she realizes.
Please don't.
Oof. Okay.
You have to forgive yourself, Skylar. Ted is a really good-looking man. Hell, I've even thought of...
Walt?
I totally get your temptation.
Oof, that is a blow. That is a blow. Not only finding out that that's what Walt said to put her off the scent and essentially, again, blame Skylar for something, but also to have Marie being like, it's okay that you did that though, I get it, like, right? It's like, you know, and reducing Skylar to something so simple, so arbitrary, right? If only her reasons for all of this were because she just fell for a good-looking guy. Ooh, double whammy, double blow. One, that Walt did that, and 2, that Marie believed it.
Off your chest. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Breaking news into our news release are now expanding.
Oh man.
Last seen riding his dirt bike into the desert.
Again, it's this emotional turmoil. Look at his face. Yeah, awesome acting. Jesse's so good. Sorry, Aaron's so good.
I've been able to sleep the past few nights, just thinking.
Really, Walt. Really.
Finally, we have everything that we need. We keep going. And
Yeah, this is the thing. Walt's so close, isn't he? To getting everything he wanted, this business running, making their money. This is a problem.
why don't you go on home?
Oh, bless him. I mean, he's just, I say bless him. It's not absolutely not motivated by empathy. He wants him out of the way.
You go on.
And he wants him to process this and get over it so he can come back. Fine, I guess. Yeah, that little sigh, little kind of, God, this is hard work, innit? Do you know what I mean? Oh. Whistling nonchalantly. Oh, this is huge. This is huge, yeah. He doesn't care at all. Not a care in the world. A kid can die. What can happen, and Walt doesn't think anything of it.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Jesse's seeing that and putting those pieces together. Again, like I said last episode, he's not an idiot. He's a smart guy. He's absolutely picking up on this. That's such a clever, subtle way to communicate that to Jesse as well.
Come in, join us.
Hey.
Yeah, I think we're building up, you know, to Jesse seeing Walter for what he is. Seeing where he's got to. I don't think, honestly, he's been aware of where Walt has actually progressed to. And I do feel like because we are seeing that and the show is going to pains to show that Jesse is seeing that, I just feel a break coming.
Did they follow you here? I would never come to the headquarters of our illegal method. It would be unwise.
I can't believe that you kept this from me.
And that's the thing that bothers Walt. Out of all of it, the thing that actually really just niggles at him, the thing that really just hits him, is that he kept it from Walt, because that hits his ego. He's the boss, and his power is questioned when Mike doesn't let him know that he kept a secret from him. That's so selfish, so egotistical, right? That's his motivations a lot of the time. It's what he's ruled by, to a certain extent.
I'm out.
I mean, fair.
Sorry to see you go, Mike.
Fair.
I trust that you'll bring Jesse up to speed on your side of the business.
Hello.
About that, I'm out too.
Okay. We're seeing a split, not an aggressive split, not yet. We're seeing a split though
I
from
don't
Jesse.
think I can do this.
Fair enough. He's not there. He's not on that level.
I'm retiring, I guess.
Good on him. Good decision for him.
Walking away from the meth, not the methylamine. Jesse and I'll be taking our 2/3 and we'll sell it.
Ooh. Okay, no, an aggressive split. Fair enough.
You can come in on this. Free to hold on to your third and keep cooking.
Reasonable. I feel like this is reasonable, but Walt is going to see it as an aggressive... Walt's going to see it as them taking from him.
A lot of meth heads.
Ooh, look at him.
What you're gonna sell out for?
$5 million isn't pennies.
Yeah.
Are we in the meth business or the money business?
Good question for Walt there. This is it, I think. This is it. I think this is what puts Walter against them.
I gotta tell you, this is worth it just to get that blue stuff of yours off the market.
Wow.
Stuff will be off the market, right?
Ooh. Because it won't be. It will not be.
It starts to make sense to me.
Smart guy. Fair play to him.
I'm buying this for the supply, I'm buying this for the demand.
Big man. Okay.
I want you to tell me that Fring's blue will be off the streets.
This is a direct competitor to Walt, who Walt will go up against.
Here's a new deal for you, then. I'll pay you $15K a gallon for the full 1,000 gallons.
It's not mine to sell, Declan.
Well then, no deal, Mike.
Fair enough. You tried, walk away. Don't mess with him. I feel like he's got a little... Hello, Heisenberg's hat. Yeah, that's so symbolic that it showed us Heisenberg's hat first, right? This thing that is so, like I say, symbolic of this power. Always this thing in this show, upsetting things, you know, putting a spanner in the works, making this blue meth. Heisenberg. It's so interesting, isn't it, that we are just reminded in that little quick moment where we're shown the hat and it's like, yes, this is it. This right here is always the issue. Such a powerfully symbolic thing when it comes to Breaking Bad. I mean, if you look at Breaking Bad to a certain extent, none of this would exist without Heisenberg. Everything in this show is driven by what that hat represents. Sorry, I just love the hat, I'll be honest with you. Forget what I just said, forget it. Never mind. I like the hat. I'd like a hat like that, I'll be honest with you. Blue shirt, very, very blue shirt. Blue meth.
He wants the entire 1,000 gallons.
Fair play to Jesse coming in and just talking to him about it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, of course he's not going to give him that.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah? What's the move, Jesse? Yeah,
You
you've got a
started
long
this
way to go.
thing. Did you ever dream of having $5 million?
And again, this is repeated. Sorry to interrupt this scene here, but Jesse has said this before. He's brought Walt up on this before. They're making millions. They're making so much money. And Walt's never satisfied. We've seen that, I think, you know, as early as... I don't know when it was, honestly. It's all one big blow at this point. I don't know when it was. I'd like to say something like season 3, when they were cooking for Gus in the lab. Walt wanted more. You know, he was always complaining that they were being taken advantage. What was that, Jesse? It reminds me that Walt has never been someone who's necessarily been motivated by the figure, almost. Do you know what I mean? That's not important. I think what he's satisfied with And what I've been repeatedly shown in this show is that the thing that actually does satisfy him, the thing that placates him, is this power, this ego, right? He needs to be the number one. He needs to be the boss man. He needs to be the dominating force in the picture. And the fact that Jesse's coming and saying like all this stuff means that Walt isn't. If he gives up his share, he won't be. So it's like the money doesn't matter. What truly reigns supreme in Walt's mind, and always has, I think, and makes that line that Jesse said to him, like, you're not in the meth business, you're in the money business. And it's like, I don't know, he's in the power business.
I know for a fact all you needed was $737,000 because you worked it all out like math.
Yeah. Oh, nice little callback. Such an innocent time.
Look, it's selling the meth with me now means that no one else ever gets killed.
Yeah.
Hands
bless
down.
him. Bless him. Oh, what a little catch in his throat there as well. Well done, mate.
You could spend time with your family, no more
What
worrying
family?
about them getting hurt.
A family that he's broken? Nah, not good enough.
I have not been working this hard just to sell out.
It's not selling out.
Yes, it is.
It is to him. Yeah.
Have
Sorry,
suffered
I won't
with
pause.
and I will not throw it away for nothing.
Not for the sake of his ego. Not for the sake of his power.
$5 million isn't nothing.
But it is to him, because that's not what he values, truly. I feel, my opinion.
Jesse, have you heard of a company called Gray Matter? Actually, I was the one who named it.
Oh,
I decided to leave the company, and I sold my share for $5,000.
that is low. Yeah, fair
That's
enough.
a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but like for that, not a lot, is it?
Guess what that company is worth now?
Yeah.
Billions. 2.16. I look it up every week.
Do you? Interesting. Okay, no, I'm kind of taking back what I said. I'll be honest with you. Hey, man, hey, I'm watching a show that's going on in real time. This happens. I wouldn't disagree with what I said before. I do still stand by that. I wouldn't necessarily say that his ego reigns supreme in a certain sense, because I guess it's attacked his ego, right? The fact that he sold out his share and now it's worth that, right? Like, I think his ego's hurt by that. Absolutely. I think that's absolutely a focal part of it. So I guess generally it's his ego, but specifically it's that.
My potential for $5,000.
That's got smart. That puts so much into perspective. That's huge, actually. Damn.
If I was in the meth business or the money business.
Okay, the question. Yeah, tell us.
Neither.
Uh-huh. Well, I was right, but let's see.
I'm in the empire business.
I mean, I'm not. Come on, I called that. I did. Boss man, big boss man. That's what's important to him. Having the power, the domination, the empire. Mate, I'm sat here and I'm going to keep this pose because it's appropriate. It is.
Meth empire, really something to be that proud of.
In his eyes, it's better than what he had, or I guess what he lost, right? Oh, it's been a while, right? Like Skylar, you'd actually kind of like Jesse. He's the only good one.
Staten House. Why don't you stay for dinner? No.
Wow. I kind of want to see that, actually, to be fair. The empire, the boss man, the big boss man, the ego. Understandable. More understandable now that we know that. Sold his share for 5,000. That's painful. Does that change any of my opinions on him and where he's got to and the decisions he's made? No, not at all. I think it's really interesting because I think it does apply that extra little thing. I don't think it matters anymore, but it does apply that extra thing to, like, why did you do this, dude? Do you know what I mean? Like that question. Why did you go so far down this path? Why were you always so determined to go down this path? And it goes a lot of the way, most of the way, if anything, to explaining alongside everything we know why he did all this. Does it change what he did? No, not at all. Does it change any of the way that I feel about it and the way that I feel about him? No, not at all. Like, with greater understanding for why he did the thing does not come absolution from the things that he has done as a result of that motivation, right? That's where I'd stand on it.
Don't have anything special planned tonight.
He was like looking at her like, you're going to challenge me. Again, we're seeing. He's bared himself. He's opened himself emotionally. He's shown weakness, I think, to at least his mind. Not only that, he has Jesse here coming to him and asking for this thing that would, if Walt gave into that, he would consider himself to be weak, right? Like this idea of weakness and feeling weak is on the table for Walt. And I think that moment there and forcing Jesse to stay is another little power play in his mind to try and regain the power that he feels he's lost in this moment for what's happened in this conversation between him and Jesse. And he's like testing Skylar again, lording his power over Skylar again, just to make himself feel better in that moment for showing that little bit of weakness, because that's what I mean. His motivations are all rooted in this idea of him feeling powerful, supreme, dominating.
See?
Oh, bless him. It's so interesting, isn't it, how they always arrange Jesse as this man in between. His representation in the show is always that.
You put lemon in there too?
From the deli?
Oh, he's trying, though.
Good work on your shopping then, because...
Oh, bless him. It's just a kid. Come on, mate. Guys, you all know that it's gorgeous talk.
I eat a lot of frozen stuff.
The pictures are always so awesome. I'm stoked for this lasagna, and then...
Oh, there he is. A little bit of the OG Jesse that we haven't seen in so long. Because he has to be more of an adult nowadays, right?
Yo, whatever happened to truth in advertising?
Funny in that moment how he's leaning back on how he would behave around his friends, you know, that place of safety to him.
He says you got it running like a machine.
Like well-oiled.
Oh, bless him, he's trying, and I so appreciate Jesse in this.
Did he tell you about me?
Oh God, he's and again he's caught in between.
Did you also tell him about my affair?
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Let's just bring it up. That's fair enough. Amazing. Just keep chugging, mate.
May I please be excused?
Nice, living a life, isn't she? Fair play to her.
You know, my kids are gone.
Thank God.
They're staying with my in-laws.
And again, it comes back to this conversation that never really ended.
That she was counting the days until my cancer came.
You know, his kids have been taken away from him. She's waiting for him to die. Again, his power being taken away.
This business is all I have left now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I've said before too.
And you want to take it away from me.
Is he taking his share? Is he scared?
I thought you might try something.
They're going to take it from him.
Look, Mike.
Don't bother, Walter.
Ooh.
It's not a request.
Okay, what's he going to do?
This deal's going down tomorrow.
Oh, mate, you know what he did to Gus.
I've never seen anybody work so hard not to get $5 million.
Walt's either not going to let this happen, or it's going to happen. And the rest of this season, or at least part of it, hello, in sync, I like it. Dance partners now, aren't they? And the rest of this season is Walt getting back at these guys and getting it back.
Sorry.
Oh, that was nice, though. Ooh. Smash the glass, yeah? Well, damn it. Good try, mate. Good try. Yeah, we're seeing him in a situation that he has to use his brains to get out of this, and we're seeing what he can do. One more example. Ouch. In advance. Wow. Hey, man. Yeah, look at him. This is the man he is now. Willing to put himself through it. That's his survival instinct right there, you know, in regard to this thing that he values so much getting taken from him.
Relentless and unwarranted.
Hey, Saul. Hello, mate.
Open-ended, unrestricted surveillance like this amounts to stalking.
Nice angle. I found myself so interested because he's so good. Saul's so good, isn't he? And I'm like, why is he in the position he's in? Why is he not like making the big bucks somewhere legally? Right, and I guess that's what. And so, do you know, it makes me wonder, and I'm like less and less surprised why the spin-off show that they went with was focusing on him, because he's such an. Do you know what I mean? There's so much left unsaid, I feel like, about his character.
Sadly, he's just not that into you.
Where'd you get your law degree, Goodman?
There we go. Asking the questions too, yeah.
How much time I got?
Maybe 24 hours.
Interesting. I think Mike's gonna bail in. Gonna get out.
And you best pull the ripcord while you still have the chance.
I just wonder now, because this is Mike getting out of this is reliant on this deal going well, everything going well. Well, I was gonna be like, well, the deal's obviously not gonna go well. Is the guy gonna betray him or whatever? But I'm like, no, dude, Tyler, Walt got out. I feel like Walt's gonna absolutely get in the way, so we'll see. But that's what I mean. Oh God, Walt's gonna put a spanner in the works. It's not gonna go well. They're not gonna get away. Mike's not gonna be able to get out of this. Hank's gonna take Mike. I feel it building. Yeah, buddy.
Get out of my way, you sit down!
Oh wow, okay. He's got the leverage now though. This is what I mean, he's such a good schemer, isn't he? Once more putting himself in the firing line. Once more relying on himself to get him out of this. What a bold little f***er, isn't he?
You get your $5 million, we both do it, and he gets his methylamine, alright?
Interesting, okay. Look how steady Walt is too. I know you can't really see him, but look, yeah, there we go. Look how steady he is. Gun to his head, how steady he is now. And he knows it. He knows it. Yeah. At the beginning of the season, I kept saying how he was a little bit too big for his boots, right? He wasn't quite Gus's level, and he's still not. I think, you know, what Gus achieved and what Gus had was absolutely built over, you know, decades, right? 20 years, whatever it was. But from what I'm seeing on a personal level, on a character level from Walt, and what he himself is capable of in this moment, is he's getting closer and closer to that. Do you know what I mean? Like, Gus was this calm, person, this calm character, this calm boss in these kinds of situations. Walt is so cool, he's so collected in these moments, and he knows when he's got a winning hand, and he does, he has that leverage. But yeah, again, I think the thing that I'd leave this on is that, you know, I'm kind of really impressed with how this show has, you know, the pacing of this show is so interesting. This season is so interesting, because I said all the way from episode 1 that the pacing was just increasing. You know what I mean? It felt faster, which I think works. I think absolutely works. I don't think it's to its detriment. I think it's what it needs, right? It's the final season. The tension, the events happening, the characters in it, we're built to this point, and it absolutely makes sense that we'd be like moving faster, you know, and keeping that pacing up, keeping the audience hooked, right? You know, we're so personally, emotionally invested now in these characters because they've done the work, right? They've earned this pacing. They've earned it, right? You know, you can do this pacing and it can absolutely fail. But I think the way that this show has arranged itself means that it absolutely has earned it works because of that. The reason I mention it is because, you know, I kept mentioning how this trio was going to break down. As soon as, like, I don't know, the first episode, second episode, whenever it was, I said this trio should work, but it doesn't, and it won't, and it will blow up. You know, it will break. And it's like, you know, we're 6 episodes into a 16 episode season, I think. And we're already getting that. Do you know what I mean? Everything that I've kind of I'm speculating about, guessing about, it's happening. You know, in the same episode or in the next episode. And just so, do you know what I mean? The pacing is just so quick, which I really enjoy. I'm really appreciating that. Because again, it keeps you on your toes, you know, you keep speculating. The speculation happens, and it's like, oh God, what's going to happen now? Do you know what I mean? It puts you in this like moment, I think, so often of like, oh God, the thing happened, now what? You know, you don't have time to think about it. And so the show, the events in the show are taking you by surprise, and it stays so much more exciting, and it grips you so much more intensely for that. And I think that's working so well in this final season so far. All right, with that said, thank you as always to my patrons, you beautiful, beautiful people. To the rest of you, if this is your first time watching my Breaking Bad Friday, hey man, scroll down, just subscribe. That's all I'm saying. If you're already subscribed, then I don't know, leave a comment, mate. Hey, I got a new flamingo glass. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, I won't drink it like that, admittedly. It's not stylish, is it? It's not cool, it's not hip. Thank you as always, and I will see you, mate, next week.